Hi everyone. One of the important things that has to be focused in the lesson plant growth and development is phytochrome. There was a question about phytochrome in last year's paper. Before that also they have asked about phytochromes. What are phytochromes? How do they induce physiological changes in plants? We'll understand. Any physiological change is controlled by phytochrome in plants. That could be seed germination or flower formation or any other process of differentiation and development. This phytochrome is an example of chromoprotein. Chromo, that is the non-protein part. Protein. Where do you find this receptor? You go to exercise questions. At the end of this lesson, there is a question, reasoning question. Defoliated leaves. Do defoliated leaves respond to photoperiod? What are defoliated leaves? Imagine the plant, growing plant loses all the leaves. It is in response to abiotic stress or some other natural phenomena. I don't know. A plant sheds its leaves. It's called defoliation. I have got a defoliated short day plant. Now it will not respond to photoperiod. The plant will not understand that it is short day. No flower formation. So phytochrome is present in leaf. In case of defoliation, removal of leaf, plants do not respond to photoperiod. It means phytochrome is responsible for controlling photoperiodism. We need to understand mechanism here. How will it initiate physiological change? Role of this chromoprotein in seed germination, flower formation, differentiation, development, etc. I tell you, this chromoprotein has got two forms. PR, this is the inactive form. The active form of this chromoprotein is PFR. This is given in your reference book, McGrath reference book. This is the active form. Now you may ask the question, when will it become active, when will it become inactive? At 660 nanometer, can I say red light, sunlight comprises a wavelength from 400 to 700 nanometer. In that, red light can activate this receptor. The inactive form of the chromoprotein now becomes active form. In far red range or 730 nanometer, there is reversible process. The active phytochrome becomes inactive phytochrome. Or it does happen in darkness. This is during daytime, right? This is during night time. Now this active form PFR is responsible for the physiological changes. Okay. This type of chromoprotein will have active form and inactive form. What did you understand here? Special type of receptors present in the leaf of most of the plants. They are called phytochromes. They are glycoproteins. They regulate physiological changes. For example, photoperiodism. Plants respond to photoperiod with the help of this. There will be a physiological change. Flower formation begins. That's the response. The plant will respond to short day. The plant will respond to long day. We recognize those plants. I have got a question here. Short day plant, long day plant, day neutral plant, intermediate day plant. The plant will produce flower when the day length is normal. It is not too long, it is not too short. So in such cases, it is called intermediate day plant. Intermediate day. Example is this sugar cane. Okay. Short day, then that is chrysanthemum. You have seen flower formation during winter season. Short day. Long day. Long day plant. That is bee. Spinach is one example. Long day plant. Then we need to find one more thing. Day neutral plant. Normally they do not respond to the photoperiod. They may produce flower throughout the day. Throughout the year. So what is the correct answer here? A, R, B, S, right? Then C, P, D, Q. This is the answer. NCERT doesn't take examples of long day plant, short day plants and day neutral plant. Onion is also a day neutral plant. Cucumber. Okay, you can add a few more examples to the following categories. Search it in the internet and add a few more examples to the following 4 categories. This is given in your textbook. This is also given in your textbook. But while explaining this, you can find one thing in your sentence in the NCERT book. Critical period. What is that? Did we discuss about that in the theory class? See, this cannot be a memory-based question. I have shown the night length, the night time, that means darkness, more than the critical period. I observed the 24 hours. So I divide 24 hours into 12 plus 12. I shall mark it here as critical period. That night length exceeds the critical period. It comes till here. Probably it is 13 hours, 14 hours night. Then remaining hours of sunlight. What will happen here? Short day plants produce flower. Long day plants don't produce flower. So when do short day plants produce flower? When the night length exceeds critical period. It means when the night length is less than critical period, or here night length, then long day plant is going to produce flower that is controlled by phytochrome changes in the plant body. Normal meristem turns into a florigen floral meristem. It slowly becomes inflorescence, right? Yes. Now my discussion doesn't end here. I have got one more thing to discuss. I have written flash of red light. Look at this carefully. I have got a short day plant. Yes, I understand that the short day plant produces flower when the night length exceeds critical period. According to this diagram only you can understand. See, till here it comes. Night exceeds the critical period. This line indicates critical period. For example, 12 hours. So the night time is more than 12 hours, 13 hours, 14 hours. Exceeds critical period. There is flower formation. Now what will happen here? A flash of red light disturbs that darkness. Can that short day plant produce flower? If it is long day, it may produce flower. But short day plant will not produce flower. I have given an important conclusion here. So short day plant needs undisturbed darkness, fixed period of darkness. Even if you produce this thing, flash of red light somewhere in the middle, the flower formation will not begin at all. No flower formation. It means the short day plant needs undisturbed night darkness. Compulsorily it requires fixed hours of darkness. Imagine I keep a long day plant in the same situation. Okay, somewhere here the night ends, I have got a long day plant. The darkness is disturbed by a flash of light. Flower formation is not affected. It will continue. They may ask such tricky questions in competitive exams. I am not asking just what is photoperiodism. I am not asking just what are short day plants, what are long day plants, what are day neutral plants, what are intermediate day plants. I have taken examples. You cannot prove that these are out of insight. At the same time, see, this question is based on the experiment. What is going to happen if we disturb this night or darkness with a flash of red light? There is no flower formation. Means here the correct answer is this. SDP. Short day plant does not produce flower, but long day plant, if you assume this situation for long day plant, it may produce flower. Here no flower. You can eliminate any other options. Very important question. I have already mentioned that there are chances of asking direct question by taking hormones in one column, functions in another column. I hope you will not make any mistakes. You may have to go through that part 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Or once you read the theory notes and then again you read the textbook. You become familiar with those points. Now this is not clear in your textbook, but somewhere they mention polar transport. Search this thing in the NCERT book. Where do they mention polar transport? I just need this. I don't need whole sentence and this thing, hormone, etc. I want this word polar before transport. Search it in your first year textbook. What is my question? Which one of the following plant growth regulators, we're talking about plant growth regulators, PGRS, is transported from cell to cell? Probably it is not transported through xylem phloem, vascular tissues. Most of the hormones are transported through xylem and phloem only. Root tip produces excess of cytokinin. It's transported from root to shoot through xylem. Similarly, phloem sap carries several hormones, GA3 or cytokinin and strigolactones and many other type of organic molecules. Now I am asking, which one of the following plant growth regulators is transported from cell to cell, not through xylem, cell to cell by polar transport, energy dependent manner? This type of transport is always unidirectional from one cell to another cell. That is always auxin. This is the correct answer. Which is this BAP? This is synthetic cytokinin benzyl amino purine. This is benzyl adenine GA3. This is the most common type of gibberellic, right? Gibberellic acid. These are not transported from cell to cell by polar transport mechanisms, unidirectional and energy dependent mechanisms. They may diffuse across cell membrane, cell wall. It's not energy dependent. They are transported through vascular tissues, xylem and phloem. This is the only one hormone which is that auxin, natural auxin, indole acetic acid or indole butyric acids. Then I have taken 4 statements here. I am expecting you to eliminate 3 statements. But you should be very sure that those 3 statements are correct. GA1, GA2, GA4, GA7. Check it in your textbook. There are hundreds of hormones belonging to this category gibberellic acid. All are not naturally found in plant. This is naturally present in plant, naturally present in plant, naturally present in plant, naturally present in plant. 1, 2, 3, 4 active in plant. Okay, all 100 plus GE molecules are not active and useful to plant. ABA regulates heterophily. There is word heterophilic, search. Plasticity. NCERT examples are enough for that. And we have studied that in the theory class. This comes somewhere else. This one is given in some other paragraph. NCERT doesn't give this statement. But still, how do you prove that this is out of syllabus? Abscisic acid regulates heterophily. This is also a correct sentence. One type of leaf in juvenile stage, another type of leaf in adult stage. One type of leaf in terrestrial habitat, another type of leaf, lamina, in aquatic habitat. Find out those NCERT examples. That is heterophily, different types of leaves under the influence of ABA, abscisic acid. Strigolactones are the hormones. They are carotenoid derivatives. They help in root growth. They help in vascular cambium development. Formation of secondary tissues from vascular cambium. Plus promote VAM. Did I discuss this point in plant growth, not plant growth, plant anatomy topic? Yes, vesicular, arbuscular, mycorrhiza. Just check your notes. It is there. Endomycorrhiza. Fungal roots. Fungi are attracted by the roots because roots prepare this hormone, strigolactones. So, strigolactones induce the growth of endomycorrhiza. This is also correct. Then it must be 4th one. Methionine is the precursor for auxin synthesis. which is the precursor for oxygen synthesis. It is not methionine. It is tryptophan amino acid. I would like to ask one more question here. You have to search it and write it in the notes afterwards. Write this question. Which hormone in the human body is synthesized from the amino acid tryptophan? You have studied those hormones in the last lesson. Hormone in human body, and add one more thing, neurotransmitter. Hormone and neurotransmitters that are synthesized from tryptophan amino acid. In plant, auxin is derived from tryptophan amino acid. No, it's not methionine. It is incorrect. I have asked incorrect statement. Now, why did I take methionine here? I want to say something about that also. Otherwise, I would have taken some other amino acid. Methionine. Now you have to make a note of this in your notebook. Methionine is precursor for the biosynthesis of ethylene, gaseous hormone. This is called Young's cycle. Ethylene synthesis from methionine amino acid. See, what have you understood here? Natural forms of gibberellin in the plant body. 2 is not there, 5 is not there, and others are synthetic forms, not naturally active in the plant body. ABA regulates heterophyty. Strigolactones promote growth of vesicular arbuscular mycorrhiza. And I have mentioned few more things about strigolactones. I hope you have written that. If you have not written, write it. Development of secondary vascular tissues from vascular chemium. Root hair formation in maturation zone. Ethylene also promotes root hair formation, but you can add one more hormone. It may be a synergistic effect. Okay. So I have explained this polar transport. That is only oxygen. You cannot have any other options. Then I take this list of different plants examples. I have also explained about this photoperiodism, critical period. Short day plants produce flower when the night length exceeds critical period. Otherwise they don't produce any flower. If that night length is disturbed by flash of red light, then there is no flower formation. Phytochrome will not develop. So I have discussed about that. Phytochromes. Inactive form, active form. When will it become active? When will it become inactive? Where are these phytochromes present? You cannot have any doubt. Defoliated leaves do not respond to photoperiod. It is a correct statement. So phytochromes are present only in the leaf. They are not present in bud. They are not present in shoot. They are not present in root. Many students did not answer this question in 2019 NEET. Once again, go to exercise questions and make sure that you answer the question over there. There is question about defoliated leaves. Yes. If you have got any more doubts about this plant growth and development, you can just send your question through WhatsApp. Okay, I will also give you worksheet later when you come to the college. I am not going to discuss once again vernalization here, because you have studied that some plants produce flower when they are subjected to low temperature. What should be the lowest temperature? Lowest temperature would be 10 degree or less than 10 degree Celsius. Only that thing is not clear in your textbook. They take examples of biannuals, annuals, winter varieties, etc. Many plants respond to photoperiod as well as vernalization effect. So search those NCERT examples and then you can go through summary also. Okay, in addition to the exemplar questions. That's how you have to refer the NCERT points, NCERT concepts. Yes, I will continue second year syllabus, first lesson of second year topic in the next class. Bye.